Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a 10-minute yoga flow. So let's go ahead and hop right into kind of a squat position and kind of just moving from side to side, opening our hips before we come into a low squat. A lot of today's moves are kind of reminiscent of the sun salutation, which is all about boosting energy, getting the body mobile and ready to start the day. If at any point anything is too uncomfortable or painful, we're going to want to get into a variation so that we're not straining anything or hurting ourselves. But when you find a good point, go ahead and come into that male asana or low squat. Trying to find our balance here. You can continue to move a little bit from side to side if it feels a little more comfortable for you. We won't be holding today's poses for long, but we are going to work on our breath still, breathing in through the nose and just out through the mouth. Here we're going to go back into that kind of side-to-side motion as we get ourselves ready to come into a wide-legged fold. Still taking those inhales through the nose and out through the mouth. Remembering to try and not hold any tension in the neck, kind of letting gravity pull us down to the ground. We're getting ourselves ready for the day. We're getting our bodies ready to start this day. Today, we choose gratitude. Maybe you say a couple things that you're thankful for. We're choosing to see the positive side of today, and we're letting ourselves know that whatever comes our way today, we are going to overcome it. Now, when you're ready, let's go ahead and come into a lunge. You can join me in placing your hands on your knee, kind of getting a little bit of a back bend in this asana. We're going to counteract that pose with just bringing ourselves back and straightening out that leg, coming down into a fold, furthering that stretch. We're going to take just a few breaths here. Let's start to move ourselves into that lunge on the other side now. Again, I'm placing my hands on my knee, kind of pushing myself back, getting that little bit of a back bend in. Let's start to move ourselves back, straighten out that leg, forward fold, continuing our breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Our next pose is our side angle. So your front foot is going to be pointing out while that back foot is going to be horizontal. You're kind of going to lean forward, and you can either keep that front leg straight to really feel that stretch, or maybe you want to take a slight bend like I am. Let's start to move ourselves over into the other side now. Lifting our arm and gaze to the sky. So for our next pose, go ahead and give yourself a little bit of space, but we're going to come into our forward fold. This is also a pose where you can kind of bend your knees so that you're not stretching your back too much. We're going through these kind of quick, but let's go ahead and come into our half forward fold. So hands on your shins, peering over your mat. Here, let's start to walk our hands out to the front of our mat. We're going to lower ourselves down with control, coming into that upward dog. Here we push our hands so much into the mat that it lifts us up. When you've taken your last breath, go ahead and come into that downward dog. Really pushing those hands into the mat, feeling that stretch. Here you can keep your feet flat to feel it a little bit more, or maybe you want to pedal out your legs, kind of ease into this stretch. When you're ready, let's start to move into that bell asana or child's pose. I like to take a wide-legged child's pose. Here, let's start to deepen our breath, taking long inhales, long exhales. Today is a new day. Today brings new opportunities, which we are thankful for. We are ready for anything today. We believe in ourselves. We know that whatever comes at us, we have the resources to overcome it. And we're going to choose to look at the positive today. We're going to do some great things today. We're going to come into a seated position to close out. Let's take one big breath together. And feel free to join me in some neck circles, going one way for a few, alternating to the other side. Let's start to do the same with our shoulders, rolling them forward, then backwards. Let's put our hands in front of us, but our fingertips pointing us. So we take this little stretch here. Let's raise our hands to the sky, hand to head. I choose happy thoughts. Hand to mouth, I choose kind words. Hand to heart, I choose to always be myself. Namaste. As always, thank you for joining me, and I hope I'll see you next time.